welcome to Feel the Fear TV. This channel is for those of you who understand the importance of using your fear and anxiety to push you forward in life rather than allowing it to hold you back and keep you stuck and feel paralysed with terror. Please share the videos to others that may be struggling with their anxiety and mental health, or just those that are interested in personal development. And if you click the notifications bell, you'll be notified of new videos that come onto the channel. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, today we're going to be talking about the power of positive thinking and how we have to get ourselves in a routine during the day so that we can out-talk those negative voices that come into our head. Of course, we're using the amazing book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Dr. Susan Jeffers, first published over 30 years ago, and as you can see on the front, it's absolutely changed the lives of thousands, millions in fact. If you haven't got a copy of the book, then there is a link below the video where you can get a copy of the book from. And if you've never read a book like this before, let me reassure you, it is so easy to read. I used to deliver workshops for the National Health Service in the UK about this book, teaching people to learn the strategies. And people who had never literally picked up a book from school could read this book. And I used to say to them, even if you just read one page a day, it will have a positive impact on your mental health. And that's what this book does. It teaches you how to take control of your mental health, because we are more powerful than our anxiety. We are more powerful than our depression. We just need to learn ways to be able to overcome those symptoms, those bodily reactions, because that's all they are at the end of the day. It's just that we've been taught in this world that they have control over us and that we have to take a tablet or we have to just live with it. That's not true. With the right strategies, we can take control of our mental health. So what I'd like to do in this video is just talk to you about what Susan says about how to get into a positive routine regarding your mental health. So I'm going to be reading from the chapter Pollyanna Rides Again. Pollyanna was a film, a book about a little girl that was just so positive, and she saw the positive in everything. So if you've not seen the film or if you've not read the book, again, please get hold of a copy, because it does just show you that you can see the positive in anything that happens. That's not to say that we don't allow ourselves to go into some deep moments of grief or upset. That's part of the human condition. We have to do that. But once those emotions have passed through us and we've processed them, then we can start to look at life a little bit different, and we can extract the learning from the situation rather than just focusing on how terrible it was or how negative it was. And even if the learning is just the fact that we handled it and we taught ourselves that we could survive it. I've had some really challenging experiences in my life that I would never want to repeat. But what they taught me was I was so much stronger than what I thought I was before I went into the situation. If somebody had said to me, a year before the situation had happened, this is going to happen, this is what's going to come out of the end of it, or this is how you're going to feel during it, I would have done anything to avoid it, thinking I will never be able to handle that situation. But once through the other end, I can look back and think, wow, how strong am I for dealing with that, for going to such a dark place, but then having the courage and the strength to bring me back. And that's what I want you to believe, that you've got that same courage and that same strength, because it's inside of you. It's just that at the moment, you're probably feeling a little bit weak. You're probably a little bit battle weary. You're probably, battle fatigued from the pain that you've been through. But let me reassure you that tough times do pass, and it will pass. And then you will come out stronger, learning so many wonderful lessons. So let me just touch on what Susan says. I'm reading from Beginner's Intensive for Positive Thinking. And what Susan does is she gives you, let's have a look, 8, 9, 10. She gives you 10 ways to be able to start thinking positive from the minute you get up to the minute you go to bed. The challenge that we have, guys, is many of us have been conditioned to think negative. In the environment that we're being raised with, in the social climate, with the news, with TV programs, we are being conditioned to just see negative instead of looking for the positive. I do not watch the news because it just is fear porn, and I don't want that inside of me. If I want to know what's going on, I'm going to go to an unbiased view to get to know what's going on, and I'm going to do my own research to get to know what's going on. I'm not going to believe what somebody on the telly is telling me, because they have different agendas. They have a different agenda to our mental health. The news that they put on is not about helping you have good mental health. And that's where your responsibility lies, looking at how do I create an environment where I have positive mental health. And this is what Susan tells you. One of the amazing things she tells you in this book. So first of all, as you begin to awaken, put on some positive YouTube videos, or put on some positive podcasts. There are so many wonderful people out there that are really trying to bring light and joy to the world. And so, there is no excuse for us just to turn the telly on and be focused on the negative fear porn that is coming out on the telly. Choose what you put into your body, choose what you listen to, choose what you watch. Make sure it's lifting you up and giving you joy, rather than getting bombarded with the news or TV programs that are just not joyful. So first thing you do when you awaken is pick up a book, pick up a positive book, meditate, listen to a positive podcast or YouTube video. There is stacks out there. Second thing she says is, as you get out of bed, pay attention to the positive quotes. So I have positive quotes all over my house, so that when I read them, it switches on my positive part of the brain, rather than triggering the fear and the negativity that is all around us and that may be within me. And then she says, as you're getting ready, dressing, showering, play some positive music, or play some relaxing music, or put some classical music on. Don't just have the radio on where every 25 minutes they're giving you the same news update, which is fear. This is about you really taking responsibility for your mental health. And all your mental health is how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. That's what mental health is. Just like physical health is what you put into your body, and how much exercise you do is going to give you an output of how physically well you are. It's exactly the same with mental health. So what are you putting into your body? What are you thinking? What are you watching? What are you listening to? Who's in your environment? Who's moaning? Who's negative? Who's lifting you up? Who brings you joy? It's about making choices that are lifting you up. And creating a positive environment for you to be in, so you're happy with life, not just trotting along in life. Make conscious choices. Then she talks about doing things like exercise, getting outside, have a headphones on, and again have positive music playing, upbeat music playing, or have a YouTube playing. When I go to the gym, I'll watch a YouTube through my headphones on my phone, to be fed positive, inspirational, news or data or whatever it is I'm working on at that moment, rather than, just looking around me and hearing people being negative or moaning. So it really is about making positive choices. What I'll do in the next video is we'll continue looking at how during the day, how you can make sure that you keep positive. So I want you to digest what I've said in this video. I don't want to bombard you. Digest what I've said in this video. Just take a step back and just think, okay, what do I do from the minute I get up? Who am I surrounded by? Are they negative? Are they positive? Am I putting the telly on? Is it negative? Is it positive? Am I playing the news on the way to work, or have I got a CD on that or my CD, a little bit old. Have I got some music on that's playing, music that reminded me from 10 years ago when it was a good point in my life? So, please really think about what you're feeding yourself with. And if you're not willing to choose to change your current habits, then accept that your mental health is going to stay the same. But ask yourself, am I joyful? Am I laughing? Am I happy? Am I feeling good? Am I not worrying? Am I not tense? And if the answers to those questions are not the answers you want to hear, then it's only you that can change how you live in the world and who you're surrounded by and what you watch. So thank you for listening. Please put comments in below, and I'll see you on the next video, part 2.